In the top stories, Prime Minister Drew calls for urgent climate financing and global cooperation at high-level meeting. Kon High School reopens for first time since March, and Education Minister dismisses claims of debt to CXC. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Have you heard about Kumar's grocery store at Needmos Estate, just after the water department? At Kumar's, we pride ourselves on helpful and friendly staff, great prices, and excellent service. Don't miss our weekend specials, starting every Thursday, and our super specials on Saturdays. We're open Monday to Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So what are you waiting for? Check us out at Kumar's, where service is our pleasure.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
It has been 2 years since Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew led his team to victory at the polls and assumed the reins of government. He and his team came to office on the promise of restoring our nation to its glory days, when good governance assured every citizen and resident was guaranteed economic stability and employment, quality health care and education, modern housing, and visionary social protections. But where are they now? And how do they measure up in delivering on the promises made to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis? Join me, Ebony Brandon, on ZIZ Television each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Fridays at 8 p.m. for the limited episode series, The Nine, an era of transformation, as together we explore how the Dr. Terence Drew-led government has followed through on their commitment to transforming the nation into the world's first sustainable island state.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew made a strong appeal for climate financing and global cooperation during a high-level working lunch on international climate policy hosted by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Samoan Prime Minister Fiame Matafa. The meeting took place on Sunday, September 22, 2024, at the Permanent Mission of Germany in New York and brought together leaders from small island developing states, or ZIZ, the Commonwealth and CARICOM. Dr. Drew highlighted the critical challenges faced by vulnerable nations, particularly in addressing climate change and reforming international financial structures. He stressed the severe impact of climate change on ZIZ, including extreme weather, rising sea levels, and the high cost of adaptation. Quote, "In St. Kitts and Nevis, a single hurricane can wipe out more than 100% of our GDP, Dr. Drew stated, illustrating the vulnerability of small island nations. He also spoke about the country's struggle with severe drought and the costly investment in desalination plants, which diverts funding from essential services like healthcare and education. The Prime Minister warned of the threat to underground aquifers from saltwater intrusion and the tourism sector's decline due to beach erosion. He urged for increased financial support for adaptation efforts and emphasized the need for collective action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The meeting, attended by leaders from Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and other CARICOM nations, also discussed renewable energy solutions. Dr. Drew highlighted the role of green energy in reducing dependence on fossil fuels and creating jobs, while also calling on major polluters to cut emissions to protect vulnerable islands. Chancellor Scholz and Prime Minister Matafa affirmed the importance of global solidarity in combating climate change and pledged to explore financial mechanisms to support affected nations. And in other news, classes resumed today at the Kon High School as students and teachers returned to the premises that had been shut down since March of this year. Our cameras visited for the first day of classes. Kent Fuentes tells us more.
The sign at the entrance said it all. Welcome back to the Kon Falcons. This as students and teachers who were away for 7 months finally returned to in-person classes. During this time, renovation work was done to ensure their safety on return to classes. For Principal Kyla Morris and her team, it was something they longed for, as she believes physical interaction with their peers is important for the students' development.
We are all excited to be back here with each other. In fact, one of the most important parts of being here as a school is the socialization aspect. We missed our students missed us, we missed each other. So we're happy to be back here. Socialization is a very important aspect. And this morning I said to the students, I asked them, do you miss your friends? Did you miss your friends? And they responded, yes. So I know they miss their friends. If you know, we look at some persons there, they want time to socialize, they socialize. They have been away from each other for such a long time. And we need that kind of, closeness and an opportunity to socialize with each other.
She also believes the problems faced by the school have been resolved.
For the most part, the Ministry of Education would have ensured that they did the necessary mediation work to ensure that we are able to return today to a conducive learning environment.
Ms. Morris said her staff did their part to ensure the children had a smooth transition.
Well, the first thing we did was ensure that we had a general assembly to kind of steer the students around. So right now, if you would have observed, some students started walking back and forth trying to find where to go and here and there. But for the most part, we are settled. It has been such a long time, but we're excited to be here. And I think by the end of the week, everybody will know where to go.
While they also made special provisions for the students entering the school as first formers.
For the first form students, now we just have had the opportunity to give them a real orientation. We were at the Kon Primary School for about 3 weeks, so we knew that once they arrived here, we had to group them together and take them around the school to indicate which room is where, especially since they have to move around to go to various classes. Our year head for Farm 1, Miss Simon, I think she's doing a fantastic job so far in ensuring that the students know exactly where to go, who their teachers are, etc.
The school's headmaster thanked her staff for the work they did to keep the work flowing while dealing with the challenges they faced.
I have to say thank you to the Kon High School teachers. They are very resilient. Some of them had to come to the primary school for a class or two, then go back home for an online class. So it was hectic, but they were resilient and we got the work job done.
While she's confident the problems the school faced is behind them.
I am extremely hopeful. So far, I feel like we are on the right path. Things have improved considerably, and I'm hopeful that we don't ever have to experience this again. It's been a tough journey, a challenging journey, one we have learned from, but we are hoping that together with the Ministry of Education, we are able to maintain the spaces to ensure that we never have to experience this again.
Kent Fuentes, ZIZ News.
Thanks, Kent. Meanwhile, Minister of Education Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley has rubbished claims suggesting that St. Kitts and Nevis owes the Caribbean Examinations Council, or CXC. Quote, St. Kitts and Nevis is known for paying all our international obligations. We have no monies owing to CXC, Dr. Hanley told ZIZ News on Monday. The remarks were made in response to rumors surrounding the country's financial ties with the Caribbean Examinations Council, which have sparked speculation about the delay in releasing exam results for the Federation. Dr. Hanley informed ZIZ News that the Ministry of Education will soon issue an official statement addressing the matter. ZIZ will have more on this in a subsequent newscast. And after the break, Dr. Clark calls for urgent action globally to address environmental challenges. And St. Kitts and Nevis strengthens ties with Ghana in high-level bilateral talks. Stay with us.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Here are your Horsefords Value Mart IGA Independence 41 specials for September 19th through October 2nd. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. IGA or Essential Everyday Microwave Popcorn, $7.99. Essential Everyday Cranberry Juice Cocktails, $8.99. Essential Everyday Dry Roasted Peanuts are just $12.99. Breyers Ice Cream, $22.99. Culinary Circle Pizza, $29.99. Essential Everyday Fries, $15.79. And now our very low weekly value deals. IGA or Essential Everyday Salad Dressings, $10.99. IGA or Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $9.99. Essential Everyday Applesauce Bowls, $11.99. Essential Everyday Oats, regular and old-fashioned, $14.99. Arm & Hammer toothpaste, $14.99. Arm & Hammer deodorant, just $8.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
I would just like to thank God, my mother, and Flo for allowing me this great opportunity.
I am elated to be 2024 scholarship recipient from Flo. It proves to me that hard work really pays off.
Receiving this scholarship means a lot to me because not only does it help me to pursue my education in becoming a lawyer or an architect, it also helps my mom in any financial burden my studies may arise.
This scholarship will help me greatly in my school supplies and on my way to becoming a lawyer.
My Flow scholarship means freedom. Freedom to go, to grow, to become exactly who I want to be.
What this scholarship means to me, it means everything. With this support, I won't have to worry about school clothes and supplies.
I would like to thank Flo for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity of this scholarship.
This scholarship will help me immensely as I continue my educational journey throughout my secondary level.
Receiving this scholarship is truly an honor to me. It is a symbol of my dedication and potential.
This scholarship enabled me to reach further in my studies without my parents having all the financial pressure.
I will take this opportunity to get school supplies, get assignments done, projects and schoolwork completed in a timely manner.
Thank you, Flo.
Health-wise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Thank you for staying with us. On Sunday, September 22nd, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, Minister of Sustainable Development, delivered a statement at the Summit of the Future 2024, held as part of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly. During her presentation, she issued a strong call for global urgency in addressing the challenges facing the planet and its people.
Small island states grapple with the polycrises of biodiversity loss, plastic pollution, climate change, and the accompanying challenges of food insecurity and threats to our health and national security. The future we deserve demands deep-rooted change that is transformative and lasting. For this, we must redefine multilateral spaces. We must promote unbiased international partnerships that honor the strength and resilience and the tenacity of small islands. Systems that respect and include all of our voices. And we must prioritize the needs of those most vulnerable: women, youth, the elderly, indigenous and rural populations. Let us ground our decision-making now with a critical assessment of the global historical patterns of disempowerment and exploitation, which constituted progress for a few and underdevelopment for many.
Dr. Clark emphasized that the Summit of the Future provides a crucial opportunity for reflection, as outlined in the United Nations Charter.
The Summit of the Future is our moment to pivot into a sustainable tomorrow, presenting an opportunity to pause and reflect on our collective histories and recalibrate a course towards the shared goals of equity, justice, and self-determination as promised in the UN Charter.
St. Kitts and Nevis, as part of its national commitment, has embraced a sustainable island state agenda, which Dr. Clark described as the fulcrum of the country's 41 years of progress. This agenda, built on 7 pillars, including water security and a just energy transition, aims to accelerate progress toward the 2030 Agenda for Sustainability. She used the opportunity to invite those present to the upcoming Global Sustainable Island Summit, to be hosted by St. Kitts and Nevis in partnership with Island Innovation in May 2025.
In this vein, I invite all island nations to the May 2025 hosting of the Global Sustainable Island Summit, being hosted in St. Kitts and Nevis with our partners, Island Innovation. Let us convene to continue driving actions and concretizing commitments for our shared survival. And as we engage in this Summit of the Future, let us anchor ourselves in its pact and the accompanying digital compact declaration on future generations, being ever mindful of the need to reframe sustainability through the lenses of justice, equity, inclusivity, and peace.
Dr. Clark said that St. Kitts and Nevis remains committed to harmonizing human existence with nature through transparent, urgent action. Meanwhile, in a pivotal meeting aimed at enhancing bilateral relations, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and Senior Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Denzil Douglas, held high-level discussions with His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Afuko Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. The talks, which took place on Sunday, 22nd September 2024 at the United Nations headquarters, focused on expanding the partnership between the two nations. Key issues discussed included visa-free access, trade investment, and cultural exchanges, all aimed at strengthening ties and fostering deeper collaboration. Prime Minister Dr. Drew expressed optimism about enhancing cooperation in sectors such as trade and education, with a specific focus on easing travel between the two countries through reciprocal visa-free access. President Akufo-Addo welcomed the growing relationship, highlighting opportunities for cooperation in trade, technology, and tourism, and underscoring the importance of fostering stronger people-to-people connections. Dr. Denzil Douglas emphasized the strategic benefits of this partnership, particularly in expanding diplomatic ties and the positive impact on both nations' economies. As the two countries explore further areas of collaboration, this meeting reaffirmed the strong and enduring partnership between St. Kitts and Nevis and Ghana. Meanwhile, the Department of Creative Economy has launched another initiative aimed at safeguarding the intangible cultural heritage of St. Kitts and Nevis. As explained by Director Libert Swank, as it's been aptly named, is meant to quench one's thirst for sweet cultural music.
It invites and welcomes our creative persons to apply their creative juices, their energies, to continue what they've been doing for years, but to add a little more cultural seasoning to some of the works that we create. We all know of our various creative writers, music producers, entertainers who are making waves not only in St. Kitts and Nevis but across the region and far afield on the international stage. And they bring sweet, sweet St. Kitts and Nevis music, and people love it. But we think that it could be more. We could add more to what we're offering. Part of our mandate is, in fact, our main mandate from the Cultural Heritage End is to safeguard our cultural heritage. And it's rich, it's diverse, it's expansive, and while we are opening up to more contemporary opportunities and tapping into different markets and exposing our people and exposing people to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis to new opportunities, new creative expressions, and so it's critically important that we don't lose focus on our rich cultural heritage.
He said this initiative is meant to encourage citizens to explore their creativity through cultural expression even more.
More bull, more masquerade, hint more on our saltfish and dumpling. Never heard a song about conchs, or it might be sweeter than saltfish. Could sing about that. Our experiences in the sugar industry, our creative art forms, craft, jumping off a big stone down the bay. That's our lived experience, our cultural heritage. Anything that speaks to St. Kitts and Nevis, we could infuse more of that into our music and use the powerful tool that is music to help perpetuate and to continue to safeguard and lend reference to and celebrate and pay homage to all those diverse elements of our cultural heritage.
Minister of the Creative Economy, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, was among those present at the Swank launch event. He said local music is a tool through which global audiences can learn about St. Kitts and Nevis, and as such, it must continue to encapsulate all elements of local culture.
It's always a pleasure for me. And one of the things when I travel the world and I hear some of our songs being played, particularly I've heard a lot of Akai being played globally. And I mean almost everywhere I travel is either Akai or Byron Messiah. And one of the things that I've always been delighted about is to connect with the sayings in the songs, where that is St. Kitts. Just the way it is said, the things that are said, that is St. Kitts.
The minister said that through this initiative and others, the Department of the Creative Economy is doing all it can to ensure that these aspects of local culture never die.
And so our creatives now have a chance to compete in this song writing competition, this production competition, around culturally relevant material. So if there's a saying in your community, we want you to develop music around that. If there is a certain process in developing food, whether it's jams or the way you do a tree store down the bay and you pour on the breadfruit and the saltfish, or you dig up some sea cockroach out the sand and you put them on in a sausage pan on some stone. You have not lived, Pierre. But I am saying whatever that culturally relevant thing is, let us speak on it. Let us document that into our time here, so that generations to come will not miss the experience.
Registration for the Swank Music Challenge will remain open until November 1st. To be eligible to compete, entrants must create original songs that are free of profanity, vulgar lyrics, or other offensive content. These songs must be written, produced, and performed by citizens or residents who have been in the Federation for at least 2 consecutive years. The categories to be judged are Best Lyrical Composition, Best Rhythm, Best People's Choice. Up to $10,000 in cash prizes are up for grabs. For more information on the Swank Music Challenge, interested persons are encouraged to visit the Creative Economy website. And coming up in regional news, Dominica and Indian co-sign US $38.9 million contract for geothermal plant. The details when we come back.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
I would just like to thank God, my mother, and Flo for allowing me this great opportunity. I am elated to be 2024 scholarship recipient from Flo. It proves to me that hard work really pays off.
Receiving this scholarship means a lot to me because not only does it help me to pursue my education in becoming a lawyer or an architect, it also helps my mom in any financial burden my studies may arise.
This scholarship will help me greatly in my school supplies and on my way to becoming a lawyer.
My Flow scholarship means freedom. Freedom to go, to grow, to become exactly who I want to be.
What this scholarship means to me, it means everything. With this support, I won't have to worry about school clothes and supplies.
I would like to thank Flo for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity of this scholarship.
This scholarship will help me immensely as I continue my educational journey throughout my secondary level.
Receiving this scholarship is truly an honor to me. It is a symbol of my dedication and potential.
This scholarship enabled me to reach further in my studies without my parents having all the financial pressure.
I will take this opportunity to get school supplies, get assignments done, projects and schoolwork completed in a timely manner.
Thank you, Flo. This hurricane season, don't wait until it's too late. Hosford's Building Center and Navy Center are here to help. Get prepared with our Hurricane Ready Savings event. From now until the end of October, get a massive 25% off on all your hurricane preparedness essentials. We're talking tarps, lamps, generators, and more, all at a quarter of the price. And stay safe with 25% off all protective gear and roofing products. Whether you're bracing your home or stacking up for an emergency, Hosford's has got you covered. Visit Hosford's Building Center and Navy Center today. Our expert team is ready to help you find everything you need to weather the storm. Don't wait. Prepare now and save big. That's Hosford Building and Navy Centers, your trusted partner in hurricane preparedness. Because when the storm hits, it's too late to start preparing. Hosford's Building for a safer tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply.
Thank you for staying with us. On the regional scene, Dominica could see the completion of its first geothermal power plant by December 2025, as the project has advanced to a new stage in its development. Recently, a $38.9 million contract was signed between Dominica Geothermal Development Company Limited and Indian company Kalpaturo Projects International Development Company. Energy Minister Dr. Vince Henderson explained, quote, "This company will be constructing 10 kilometers of transmission line while substations starting from Laudat Info found cold. We are very excited about that milestone," end quote. He says work has progressed on this project despite challenges with weather conditions. Conflict in the Middle East has also slowed down the geothermal project as access to equipment and personnel has been impeded, Dr. Henderson indicated. However, the energy minister says by this October, all equipment for the power plant will be on island and construction on Dominica's first 10-megawatt power plant will begin. The completion date is set for December 2025. Dr. Henderson said the project is on schedule and if all goes well, the plant will be commissioned in early 2026. Meanwhile, Trinidad and Tobago might be taken off the European Union's blacklist after the second round of the EU's peer review, which started on June 28th and is expected to finish next month with a site visit. Wade George, executive chairman of Ernst & Young EY Caribbean, mentioned this at the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce's discussion on private sector opportunities in the new special economic zone at its conference hall at Columbus Circle, West Moorings on Thursday. George stated, quote, "We have been on that list since 2017, and based on the most recent report in February, we remained there. We haven't put on a framework to address the issue of common reporting standards," end quote. The EU blacklist was created to increase transparency, have fair tax competition, and prevent measures against base erosion and profit shifting or anti-BEPS measures to fight tax evasion and avoidance. And coming up, 38 confirmed dead following coal mine blast in eastern Iran. International news is next.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sniper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Authorities in Iran say a sudden leak of methane gas led to a blast over the weekend, which has left at least 38 dead. Another 14 are still believed to be trapped below ground at a privately owned mine in eastern Iran. Survivors interviewed by Iranian state television, still smudged in coal dust, described chaotic scenes after the blast. Quote, "We were in the mine working. Suddenly there was some smoke rising. Then I noticed I had difficulty breathing," said one miner who was not identified by state TV. He said, quote, "I jumped off from the workshop and I scrambled until I reached somewhere safe. My friends remained in there," end quote. The blast struck the coal mine on Saturday night, September 21st. On Sunday, September 22nd, weeping miners stood alongside mine cars that brought up the bodies of their colleagues, covered in coal dust. Bodies recovered so far showed no signs of blast injuries, suggesting many of the workers died from the gas leak. Authorities said mine gas checks the night of the incident did not show any leakage before the explosion. And according to his spokesperson, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is gravely alarmed by reports of a full-scale assault by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces on the city of El Fasher. He has called on the leader of the RSF, Lieutenant General Mohamed Hamdan Hebditi Daglo, to order an end to the attack. Guterres also warned that any escalation could spread the fighting along intercommunal lines throughout Darfur. El Fasher has been besieged by paramilitaries for months, and according to residents, most homes in the city's south have been destroyed. The UN Secretary General insisted that a ceasefire is urgently needed throughout the country as the humanitarian situation grows increasingly dire on the ground. Since the conflict broke out between the Sudanese army and paramilitary Rapid Support Forces in April last year, millions of residents have been displaced. The fighting has also left around half of the country's population facing acute hunger. Sudan is also dealing with multiple disease outbreaks, including cholera. And up next in sports, Andre Fletcher apologizes to Patriots fans, and Azim Basarath re-elected to role of Cricket West Indies Vice President. Stay tuned.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots finished their 2024 Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League with a 7-wicket defeat at the hands of the Trinbago Knight Riders in Trinidad last night. Batting first, the Patriots scored 193 for 4, the highest score recorded at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy ground, with captain Andre Fletcher top scoring with 93. However, the Knight Riders chased that score down for a 7-wicket victory, ending on 197 for 3. Nicholas Puran top scoring with a man of the match 93 not out. Speaking after the game, Patriots captain Andre Fletcher was happy with his knock with the bat to finish off the season.
I'm well pleased, to be honest. As I mentioned earlier, people tend to remember the last thing you do, and I really wanted to come out here and show what I'm worth. I'm happy, to put on a great total for the team. Unfortunately, we didn't get over the line, but that's how cricket goes at times.
Fletcher said one of the reasons for the team's poor performance was their fielding that saw them drop 28 catches throughout the tournament. He adds, despite the result that saw his team win only one of their 10 matches, they never stopped trying.
Knowing that it was a bit hard and tough on us losing, but just, keeping the focus, trying to keep the team together as much as possible. We had a lot of team bonding activities, so as much as, yes, we weren't showing it on the field, but, sometimes when teams lose, you tend to have a lot of bickering and stuff in the team, and we never had that.
The Patriots captain then offered his apologies to the team's supporters.
I just want to apologize to the St. Kitts and Nevis fans. I know you guys are hot, so do I, but unfortunately we didn't get it well this year. Hopefully next year, God's will, it will be better.
And Azim Basarath has been re-elected to the role of Vice President of the West Indies Cricket Board. Pursuant to the CWI Articles of Association, a special meeting of members was convened on September 20th, 2024 for the sole purpose of electing a new Vice President. At the close of nominations, Mr. Basarath was the sole candidate, having been nominated by the Jamaica Cricket Association and Leeward Islands Cricket Board. The nominations were circulated as customary, and every territorial board which constitutes the shareholders was adequately notified. All territorial boards except the Guyana Cricket Board were in attendance at the special meeting of the members. All territorial boards except the Guyana Board were in attendance. The Guyana Cricket Board had challenged the legitimacy of Basarath's vice presidency before the courts, resulting in him stepping down. This led to Cricket West Indies calling an extraordinary general meeting on September 20th, which led to Mr. Basarath being re-elected to the post of vice president. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
Recapping the top stories. Prime Minister Drew called for urgent climate financing and global cooperation at high-level meeting. Kon High School reopens for first time since March. And Education Minister dismisses claims of debt to CXC. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.